This is element 9.5, eloquence. Is it eloquence or excellence? I ain't eloquent. I don't believe if someone is going to describe me as a speaker or a presenter that they're going to use the word eloquent. But there are other words that create the aura of eloquence that every speaker or presenter must have. Confident, relaxed, funny, engaging, energetic, real world, and on point. I grew up in New Jersey, but I don't have a discernible Jersey accent, predominantly because my mother grew up in Brooklyn and made a conscious effort to change her accent so that it was neutral. And the family was expected to follow suit. This was bad for my brother and me because people from the Northeast tend to be lazy speakers who leave off last letters of words and don't enunciate. At home, every time I said 20, my mother would raise her voice and say, 20, it's 20 with a T, not 20 with an N. I hated it then, but it was actually my first speech lesson, my first lesson in eloquence. Fast forward 45 years. Every time I take the platform, I feel thrilled and privileged that I get to share an information-packed message. For that message to be transferred, a lot of preparation has to take place both physically and mentally. Besides being audience-centric, every talk that I give has to be succinct, to the point, fast, funny without being sarcastic, humorous at my own expense, not someone else's, full of stories, not jokes, them-based, not me-based, eye to eye, not eye to audience, off the platform, not behind the podium, done in comfortable clothing, in a comfortable setting, with PowerPoint rather than notes, with a customized and personalized message, with good timing and plenty of laughter. Point-based, not me-based. Owned, not memorized. That's eloquence. To be eloquent, you must tell a story, then make a point, not the other way around. And don't do the old, tell them what you're going to tell them and tell them you told them. Just tell them. Grab your audience at the beginning with thought-provoking words and challenges. Engage them at the beginning with lighthearted laughter and self-deprecating or self-effacing humor. Let them know that you understand who they are and what they do. Give them answers that they can use immediately. Let your words be as genuine as your desire to help. Have one idea that they've never thought of and deliver it with style. That's eloquence. Most audience members listening to a speaker for the first time have their arms folded, waiting for proof as to who you are. Most speakers bumble along at the opening, thanking people ad nauseum, and they lose the audience in one manner or another. The most common speaker stupidity is entering the platform, walking on the platform and saying, "Good morning, everyone," and the audience meekly replies, "Good morning." And the speaker then says, no, I said good morning. And the audience screams back, "Good morning." And the speaker says, "That's more like it." And everyone in the audience hates the speaker for at least the first 10 minutes while the speaker tries to recover. That's not eloquence. That's forced participation, also known as arrogance. I've given more than 1,800 speeches in the last 15 years and have never said good morning. I start with a story or a question and engage the audience in the first 10 seconds by making a point, making them think, and making them laugh. Now, you may not think of that as eloquence, but I can promise you that if you parade in front of them in the finest clothing and do the good morning bit, they will perceive you as an elephant in a tutu, and you'll spend the next 10 minutes dancing out of it. Eloquence comes from a combination of the way you speak, the way you speak your words clearly and distinctly, and the way you carry yourself as a person, your walk, your swagger, your way, and the self-confidence that you exude as you present your words. It's not a matter of a gesture or a smile. Rather, it's a matter of style. It's manner and style. The opposite of eloquence is maudlin, sarcastic, cynical, humor at other people's expense, insincere, abuse of the first person plural, and other audience manipulative acts like, Sally's worked real hard for this event. Let's give her a round of applause. Barf. Eloquence comes from owning your material, mastering your platform presence, total control, nothing fancy. No big words, but words that count, words that have meaning, words that have feeling, and words that are powerful enough to transfer to an audience in a way that they stick and have impact. If the audience members say to themselves, I get it, I think I can do it, I'm willing to try it, then the message has begun to get through. The message has begun to be transferred, and the message has had an impact. That's eloquence. The reason most messages don't get through is that most presenters, not you of course, are all wrapped up in telling their story and have no idea how their story might impact the audience. Eloquence is your ability to create metaphors and examples that transfer the lessons in your message. No one cares about your plight as a speaker unless they know how it impacts them and how they can get better as a result of it. Eloquence is delivering your message in terms of the audience. Eloquence is making sure your message is transferable. Eloquence is making your message relatable. Eloquence is customizing and personalizing your message. Eloquence is enunciating your message. Eloquence is the audience perceiving that you love what you do. For me, lessons in eloquence bring memories. Every time I say 20 in a talk, I make certain I pronounce the second T. It reminds me of my mother in her heavenly home, taking pride in her son's eloquence.